सच्चिदानन्दं वासुदेवं व्रजप्रियं धर्मसंस्थापकं वीरं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्।
अदरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
वेणुर्मधुरो रेणुर्मधुरः पाणिर्मधुरः पादौ मधुरौ नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
गीतं मधुरं पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सुप्तं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
तरणं मधुरं तरणं मधुरं हरणं मधुरं स्मरणं मधुरं वमितं मधुरं शमितं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
कुञ्जा मधुरा माला मधुरा यमुना मधुरा वीची मधुरा सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
गोपी मधुरा लीला मधुरा युक्तं मधुरं मुक्तं मधुरं दृष्टं मधुरं शिष्टं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपा मधुरा गावो मधुरा यष्टिर्मधुरा सृष्टिर्मधुरा दलितं मधुरं फलितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जोदायकु फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसतिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज संवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतई सम भाई सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानू प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज संहारो आपे तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे चारों जुग पर ताप तुम्हारा है पर सिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे अंत काल रघुबरपुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय।
संग्राम
वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
वेणुर्मधुरो रेणुर्मधुराः पाणिर्मधुराः पादौ मधुरौ नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गीतं मधुरं पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सुप्तं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
तरणं मधुरं तरणं मधुरं हरणं मधुरं स्मरणं मधुरं वमितं मधुरं शमितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
कुञ्जा मधुरा माला मधुरा यमुना मधुरा वीथी मधुरा सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपी मधुरा लीला मधुरा युक्तं मधुरं मुक्तं मधुरं दृष्टं मधुरं शिष्टं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपा मधुरा गावो मधुरा यष्टिर्मधुरा सृष्टिर्मधुरा दलितं मधुरं फलितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
सच्चिदानन्दम् वासुदेवम् व्रजप्रियम् धर्मसंस्थापकम् वीरम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता
संस्कृति का वैभव जग में सबसे न्यारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता।
भारतीय संस्कृति का वैभव जग में सबसे न्यारा। ज्ञान और विज्ञान यहीं से सबने पाया सारा, सबने पाया सारा। कुछ भूलों से हारा फिर से जीते देश हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता
शील सेवा व्रतधारी युवा जगे पुरुषार्थी।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता।
त्यागशील सेवा व्रतधारी युवा जगे पुरुषार्थी। वैज्ञानिकता विनय सभ्यता स्वभाव हो निस्वार्थी, स्वभाव हो निस्वार्थी। देशभक्ति में तेजस्वी हो फिर समाज यह सारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता
बुद्ध गगन के तारे।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता।
महावीर गोविंद शिवाजी बुद्ध गगन के तारे। परंपरा की पुण्य चेतना उर में हम सब धारे, उर में हम सब धारे। बाल हृदय में उसे जगाकर जगे देश यह सारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
Jai Shri Krishna to all of you. A very graceful and divine evening to all present here. On behalf of Gita Pariwar, I am Bhargavi. Welcome you all to this sacred gathering of Vivation of first chapter, first part out of 4 parts. With the blessings of Yogiraj Shri Krishna and Adaraniya Paramadaraniya Swamiji Govinda Dev Giriji Maharaj, we begin today's divine session. First, belated Janmashtami greetings to all of you. Though the wishes come a little late, may Shri Krishna's blessings always fill your life with love, peace, and joy. Prayer connects us to His divine love and guidance, and Janmashtami inspires us to follow His path of devotion and righteousness. Let us warmly welcome Mrs. G. Hemalata ji from Chittor, Andhra Pradesh, a devoted Gita Sevi graduate and serving Gita Parivar as technical assistant and coach trainer since June 2024 to offer the prayer. Jai Shri Krishna Didi.
Shri Krishna Didi. वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णौ वन्दे जगद्गुरुं श्रीकृष्णौ वन्दे जगद्गुरुं जय श्री कृष्ण.
Thank you, Didi. Thank you for your melodious prayer. Janmashtami is the time to invoke Shri Krishna's divine love and guidance and wisdom. As he removes darkness from our lives, we begin with Deep Prachalan, symbolizing the light of his divine presence and protection. Let us warmly welcome Mrs. Seema Mishra ji from Raipur, Chhattisgarh, a devoted homemaker and a graduate with PGDCA, serving Gita Parivar since 2021 in various roles, including co-trainer and group coordinator. Jai Shri Krishna Didi. Let us now move towards the Deep Prachalan by Mrs. Seema Mishra ji.
निषिद्धैरप्येभिर्लुलितमकरन्दो मधुकरैः करैरिन्दोरन्तश्छुरित इव सम्भिन्नमुकुलः विधत्तां सिद्धिन्नो नयनसुभगामस्य सदसः प्रकीर्णः पुष्पाणां हरिचरणयोरञ्जलिरयम् शरदिन्दुनिभां शुभ्रवस्त्रैरलङ्कृतां कलहंसकृतावासां वरदां शारदां नुमः.
Thank you, Didi. Thank you for a beautiful Deep Prachalan. Now, I would like to inform that new batches with 11 new time slots is starting from 5th September. And kindly share the Vivation link with sadhakas beyond the Gita Parivar and warmly invite them to join. Now comes the most awaited moment, diving into the divine wisdom of Bhagavad Gita. Let us welcome our respected Vivechak who helps connect this timeless knowledge to real life with clarity and depth. Today, we are truly blessed to have with us Shraddha Raodeo ji, a devoted disciple of Param Pujya Swami Govinda Dev Giriji Maharaj and currently serving as the president of Gita Pariwar, Hyderabad. Didi has been associated with online Gita classes since the second batch in the August 2020 and has rendered immense seva in various departments. From leading the first ever jail Gita classes, where inmates memorized 12 adhyayas, 12 chapters to establish, and leading the monitoring team over 2.5 years. Her contributions are truly inspiring. Didi also serves as Vivechak, regularly conducting weekly sessions filled with insights, depth, and devotion. With great respect and heartfelt joy, I invite Shraddha Raodeo Didi for today's session. Jai Shri Krishna Didi.
Jai Shri Krishna, Didi. Pranam, everybody. Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna, all of you. A very warm welcome to the session. Before I begin, I wanted to confirm if I'm audible.
Yes, Didi. Yes, you are audible.
Audible, Didi? Okay. Thank you so much, everybody. A very warm welcome to the session, all of you. Let us begin by bowing down to Param Pujya Gurudev and Shri Krishna himself, by whose blessings today we all gather together to discuss this very important chapter from Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. Let us all pray together. Hari Om. Let us all pray together. Hari Om. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranatah Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayana Swayam व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीमष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्. ॐ श्रीगुरवे नमः. ॐ श्रीकृष्णाय नमः. हरि ओम्. With blessings of Shri Krishna, with grace of Param Pujya Gurudev, and with special blessings from Jnaneshwar Mauli, we all are assembling together to understand a very beautiful chapter, that is the first chapter of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. We will be beginning with the first session of the first chapter today. And the beautiful prayer that we heard at the beginning of this session, where we just sung Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam. This entire Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā that we are listening is told to us by whom? By Sri Bhagavan Narayan himself. And in this line, in this prayer, one very important thing that we have said is Amba Tvam Anusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshini. This is the most beautiful line of that one can try to inculcate in their lives, in the effort of trying to understand Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, in our effort to trying to get the principles of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā in our lives. I think the most important thing that we should inculcate in our life, the first habit, the first thought, the first principle that we should inculcate in our life is this Ambat Vam Anusandadhami Bhagavat Gita Bhavatveshini. What is Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā for us? What is, we all have, you all are in level 3 now, exploring the chapters of level 3. And while exploring this chapters of level 3, you already have certain background of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. And at this moment, we are in a position to understand and contemplate what is the importance, what is the relevance of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā in our lives. And in this interpretation, the most beautiful one comes from the saints of Maharashtra, where Vinoba Bhaveji has said, Gita is my mother. He has his scripture on Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā is named as Gita-I. Gita-I in Marathi all must be knowing means mother. So he gives the designation of mother to Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. And how does that help us? What is the emotion that the mother has towards her children? Sant Tukaram Maharaj very beautifully says, Padta Radta, whenever a child is falling or a child is having any kinds of sorrow, whenever he is crying, the mother knows how to cure, what is the cure for that sorrow. Mother knows best how to handle this child. She is the one who holds the child, lifts the child, and with full care, with full love, she gives the protection and settles down the child. This is exactly what Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā also does for us. It is not that it is just a scripture where it is giving us some principles of management, of life, some life principles, art of living type of principles. No, it is not just that. It is, if we develop this one emotion towards Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, you will see that it will care for you. It will take care of you the way a mother does. And in this birth, the mother we know, she is our mother in this birth. But Gita Mata is one mother who will take care of us not only for this birth, but for many, many more births to come. She will be there as a guiding light. She will be there to take care of us in all the births that we are going to be experiencing. And when the reason why we are talking about this at the onset of first chapter is because this is the start, this is the beginning point for all of us. This is where we begin with Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. And here some beautiful shlokas before starting with the actual chapter. This chapter in itself is very beautiful from the principles of understanding the background of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. But in the context of knowledge, there is no new principle that gets introduced in this entire chapter. What we come to know in this chapter is the beautiful background of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. Unless we understand that, it is not easy to interpret the Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. And that is the importance of this chapter. That is the relevance of understanding this Arjuna Vishada Yoga. And when we are starting off with something, let us take a moment to understand the deep importance of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, not only in this life, but in many more lives to come. In fact, we have done a lot of punya in the previous births that we have reached this far. To be able to learn Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, to come in contact with Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā itself needs lot of punya sanchay. Because we have done that good deeds in the previous birth, we all are lucky enough to be a part of this enchanting journey through learning Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. One very beautiful thing that Adi Shankaracharya ji talks about Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā is Gita Sugita Kartavya Kimanyai Shastra Vistaraihi Ya Swayam Padmanabhasya Mukha Padmadvinisrita. What does he say? This in Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, it has come from whom? Padmanabhasya Mukha Padmadvinisrita. It has come from the mouth of Sri Vishnu himself. This is very beautiful. See, Vedas, we all know, are the epitome of everything. Vedas, Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, now that we are trying to understand, many people get confused that whatever we learn in Vedas, the shlokas of Veda, this is one very beautiful question one of the sadhaks had asked me. Didi, when you say these Vedas are mantramay. Whatever is in Vedas are mantra. But Gita has shlok. How can we say they are mantra? What is it that is, what is it that is making Gita so special? There are scriptures which mention that Bhagavad Gita is almost as equivalent as Vedas. Sant Gulab Rao Maharaj, a great Sant from Maharashtra, he is an incarnation of Gopika. So he says that this Vedas sometimes the Bhagavad Gita is sometimes superior to Vedas also. Why? What is Ved? Definition of Ved is Yasya Nishvasitam Vedaha. Yasya Nishvasitam Vedaha means what? The breath of Sri Vishnu has culminated into being called as Vedas. Whatever the sound of you will say the breathing doesn't have sound, but if we are contemplating in a dhyana avasthita state, when a person is completely in a dhyana avastha, they will be able to hear their own breath, and in that shwas, in that breath, the Vedas have originated, the breath of Bhagwan Mahavishnu. In that, the Vedas have originated. At that time, Bhagwan is in supta state, means he is in sleeping state. So whatever he is saying in the sleeping state, that has come out as Vedas, and our Rishi Munis have actually heard and seen those Vedas, and Bhagwan Veda Vyasji has written down those Vedas, divided them into 4 parts, and given those Vedas to us to study. This is the importance of the Vedas. But what Gulab Rao Maharaj says, that this is the Jagrat Vani. Jagrat Vani means the speech that is said in an awakened state. Now, when a person is sleeping and uttering something or saying something, it is difficult to interpret, isn't it? But the same thing, if it is said in an awakened state, it is easier to interpret. That is the case with Bhagavad Gita. Whatever has been put in the Vedas are very difficult for common people to understand. It is very difficult for normal people to understand, even to read. If we have the Vedas in front of us, it is not very easy. Even if it is Sanskrit, it is not an easy Sanskrit to read. But that is not the case with Bhagavad Gita. It is said and put in such a way that it becomes easy for everybody. Our Swamiji always says, Gita for the masses and Vedas for the classes. It is meant for a certain class of people. But the Bhagavad Gita is for everybody. And she appears in the form of our mother to help us in all these, in all our troubled times. The first sentence of the shlok that I had quoted, Gita Sugita Kartavaya Kimanyai Shastra Vistaraihi. Which other scripture do you need when you have Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā in our hands? Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā is a sar of Vedas. It is a summary of what? It is a summary of Vedas. It is a summary of Upanishads. That is the importance of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. And it is what we should do with this scripture that has come to us. What is, again, in the light of importance of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, one very, very important, very critical thing that Adi Shankaracharya tells us, Malanirmochanam Pumsain Jalasnanandine Dine Sakradgītāmbasasnanam Samsara Malanashanam. Just as we take a bath every day, taking bath every day is going to clean us, keep our body clean. Like that, because of our day-to-day activities, what happens? There is a lot of dirt that accumulates on our mind, on our soul. This dirt is the dirt of things like krodha, anger, and other manovikar, we can say, other impurities that come due to our interactions in our day-to-day life. Somebody said something to me, I felt humiliated. I am scared of something. If we are scared of something, sometimes something angers you. Some emotions of happiness, extreme happiness also can become a vikar. So all these things do what? Accumulate on our mind. They accumulate dirt on our mind. This is referred to as samsaramala. The samsaramala nashanam sakradgītāmbasisnanam. So if you take a bath with Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, the principles of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, if the Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā reaches your life, this will also get cleared. This will get cleared just like a bathing by Ganga, bathing every day is required. Every day, a little bit of at least a little bit of Gita chanting is extremely important for each one of us. It is the activity that we all need. And when we say a little bit of Śrīmad-Bhagavad-Gītā, one adhyay, as many adhyayas as possible, if not at least one adhyay, if not at least few shlokas, if not few shlokas, at least a shlok every day if you contemplate. At least one charan, man mana bhava mad bhakto, just this one charan also if you contemplate upon, it is going to give you a lot of peace of mind. It is going to give you a lot of solace. It is going to give you a lot of peace. So this is the importance of Śrīmad Bhagavad Gita. And what is the beach of this entire Śrīmad Bhagavad Gita? There is one more thing that comes to my mind and I feel like telling it. When what Jnaneshwar Maharaj, we have seen what Gulab Rao Maharaj is saying, what Tukaram Maharaj is saying, Jnaneshwar Maharaj. Yesterday was Jnaneshwar Maharaj Jayanti. And what Jnaneshwar Maharaj says for this, Veda Rupa Samudra Buddhi Rupi Ravini Gusaruna. त्यातून हे गीता रूप अनुपमेय नवनीत काढ़िले. This is such a beautiful thing. We all know how the process of this butter is, what we do. The butter is the curd and malai, it is churned to get what? To get the butter. How the process of ghee is. Just like that, what Mauli says, what Jnaneshwar Mauli says, that the entire Veda, Rupa Samudra, means what? The knowledge that is there in the Vedas, if you assume that to be an ocean of knowledge, if that entire ocean of knowledge is churned, and then whatever butter, whatever navaneet, whatever butter that will come up, that is what? That is Śrīmad Bhagavad Gita. So just churning the entire ocean of knowledge, and we get what? The cream that we get, that is Śrīmad Bhagavad Gita. And now from this chapter, from this first chapter, we start enjoying this navaneet, we start enjoying this butter of the entire ocean of knowledge. And this is so beautiful, it is something that gives you so much happiness in whatever way you are reading it. There is one notion that we should read it in a Shuddha Avastha, which should be read in purity, it should be read with clarity, pronunciation, everything. But there is one very important principle also about this Bhagavad Gita. No matter how, in your own capacity, whatever effort you are taking to read this Śrīmad Bhagavad Gita, it is going to give you the same prasad which is going to come to somebody who is reading it with in full Shastra Vidhi, with full purity, in full according to the Shastras. Here, what is being said again, Gulab Rao Maharaj says this beautifully. Śrīmad Bhagavad Gita is like that prasad that we get in the temple. The one who is, whether it is a rich person or a simple person or a poor person, for them the prasad remains the same. So if we are not able to read Bhagavad Gita, even if you are doing pranam to Bhagavad Gita, even if you are worshipping Śrīmad Bhagavad Gita on a day-to-day basis, if we have that emotion of mother, it being our mother, and with that emotion, if we are respecting and worshipping Śrīmad Bhagavad Gita, it is going to give us the same blessings that come to a pandit who is interpreting and reading Bhagavad Gita as per the scriptures, as per the rules of our Shastras. So that is the importance of Śrīmad Bhagavad Gita. In this context, there is a small story from in the life of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Understand the might of this Śrīmad Bhagavad Gita that we are exploring. Once Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he had gone to take darshan of Ranganatha Swami, the temple there. He went along with all his disciples. Now these temples are, they have lot of doors within, and when they entered, all the disciples and all entered, this one of his disciples, he was a young Brahmin, young learned, very nice Brahmin. He saw an old Brahmin, a very old fellow trying to read Bhagavad Gita. Very Ashuddha pronunciation. He was not able to read it properly. But this Brahmin was struggling and somehow saying Śrīmad Bhagavad Gita. This young fellow who was the disciple of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so obviously he had that thing, I am a disciple of such a great saint. He saw, he heard what this fellow is hearing, and he felt he was very perturbed, very disturbed. What are you reading? This is not how Bhagavad Gita is supposed to be read. This is, you're reading it in utterly wrong way. Your pronunciations are all wrong. This is not what you should be doing. This old Brahmin, already a little less learned, he felt very sad. He said, then what should I do? He said, first you stop reading Bhagavad Gita because you are doing a paap by reading it all wrong. So this Brahmin felt very sad. But nevertheless, because a very educated and nice Shastrajna, such a nice Brahmin is telling me I should follow his orders, he did pranam. He said, okay, I am not able to read. It's okay, I will not read. And they went. Then all the disciples and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they did the darshan of Ranganath Swami. They returned. At night when Chaitanya Prabhuji was sleeping, so Ranganath Swami gave him the darshan. And he said, today I have not eaten. And obviously Chaitanya Prabhu, being this great saint, he said, why? What happened? He said, I am hungry today. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, what happened today while putting the bhog? Did any paap happen? Was any problem? Did we break any rules? When though you let me know, I will try to rectify things. He said, one of your disciples has stopped one of my devotee from reading Bhagavad Gita. Now that devotee has a rule that unless he reads at least little bit Bhagavad Gita, he doesn't eat. So this poor devotee, he has not eaten anything. And because he has not eaten anything, I am not going to eat anything. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt very disturbed. Immediately early morning, he reached the temple. He asked all his disciples, did you stop anybody from reading Bhagavad Gita? Then this young Brahmin said, yeah, this fellow, he was reading it all wrong. I told him, he said, mat pado, don't read. He said, no, not that. So this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to that old Brahmin. He was sitting with his closed Gita book, crying that he is not able to read, very upset. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, why, what happened? He said, I can't, read it anymore. Then he said, have you eaten anything? He said, I have not eaten anything from yesterday because it is my rule. I have followed it for all my life. Unless I read Bhagavad Gita, I will not eat anything. And because I have not read Bhagavad Gita, I cannot eat anything too. So I have not eaten anything from yesterday. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt very sad for him. He said, no, you read. But now when you open the book, do you understand what you are reading? When you open the Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, please read. When you read, do you understand? What that Brahmin said, I don't understand anything. Forget about understanding. I can't even read it properly. I am not able to pronounce these verses properly. I am not able to read it properly, and understanding is totally out of question. But when I look at the shlokas of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, what happens? I see those white horses. I see Arjun and I see Sri Krishna, and I just keep reading whatever comes to my mouth, and then I just visualize Sri Krishna, and that is my reading of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. This is the power of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bowed down to him, did pranam to him. He said, you are a great devotee. And this is what Bhagavad Gita does for all of us. This is the might of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. This is the path that we can be on just by the blessings of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. Hence, she is your mother. She is your guiding light. She is our Param Guru. This astha, this Shraddha we should have, this faith we should have on Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. So, just by bowing down to whom, our entire life can get enlightened. This is that Bhagavad Gita that we all have managed to touch. And where this Bhagavad Gita starts, it is this chapter. From Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Sometimes people think, why this Vishad has to come first? And the reason that we don't deal with this chapter first, because a total new devotee who wants to start learning Bhagavad Gita, if he reads this Arjuna crying, will not understand the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Whatever I told you about Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā just now, that will percolate in your minds. You will be able to assimilate those principles. Why? Because you have already read 12th chapter, 12, 15, 16, 14, 9 chapters. You all have read and you understand how important they are, what life-changing effect they can have on you. And now we explore the first chapter to understand the depth of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. What is first chapter giving us? First chapter gives us the background of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. Our Parampūja Gurudev always says that Bhagavad Gita should be understood in the light of Mahabharata. What is this Mahabharata? Mahabharata is called as Lokaved. It has the designation of being the fifth Ved. We all know there are four Vedas. Along with that, all these Vedas are difficult, as we discussed earlier. These Vedas are difficult to understand, difficult to interpret. But this Panchama Ved, Bhagwan Veda Vyas, he has written all the Purans, all the Vedas, and after that also he felt that uneasiness. Something is incomplete. I want to do something more. And with this distress, he went to Brahmaji. Brahmaji said, Bhagwan Veda Vyasji, you write the Itihas of Bharat. Itihas means history. You write the history of Bharat. You write the story of Bharat. You write Mahabharat. And then you will feel complete. And when this thought came to Bhagwan Veda Vyasji, will not get into the details of how he approached Ganesha. And this entire Ved, this is the Panchama Ved. This is the fifth Ved. It is also very commonly known as Loka Ved. Everything that is in the world exists in Mahabharat. Anything that does not exist in Mahabharat cannot exist in this universe. This is a statement by Param Puja Gurudev. So this is a Loka Ved. It has been made for what? For us to understand. One very beautiful thing that Swamiji says about Mahabharat is that it is a doctrine of human tendencies. Any human tendency, positive and negative, everything that we want to learn comes from Mahabharata. It is a doctrine of cases, it is a doctrine of human tendency, it is an entire encyclopedia of human tendencies. Somebody who has learned Mahabharata, who has studied Mahabharata, will be super successful everywhere. What is the name of this Grantha, the original name? Its name is Jai. Its original name of this Grantha, original name of Mahabharata is Jai. Anybody who has Mahabharata in their house, who does worship Mahabharata in their house, they will be successful everywhere. And this is what even the people who invaded us, they studied our scriptures and they saw that if Bhartiyas, I'm not saying Indians because they anyways don't like our scriptures, the Bhartiya, if a Bhartiya, if all of us continue studying this scripture, we will become victorious everywhere in the world. And to stop that, they started with this myth. What they are doing, that is mythology. What we have is not mythology. What we study, our Ramayana, our Mahabharata, this is not myth, it is not mythology. They are rich scriptures. They are the path to success. Mahabharata is a path to success. Its name is Jai. And whatever, and to for us to get separated, to cut us from our own roots, people started this myth that if you study Mahabharata, you will get Mahabharata in the house. A person who studies Mahabharata will not make any wrong decisions. We will not go too much into the detail of this because this is a very vast topic in itself. But understand what Swamiji tells, one very important thing. When you have to make any decision, our life is all about doing the right or the wrong. What are our decision? Right decision taken at the right time is going to make you successful. Mahabharat, studying Mahabharat is going to give you the wisdom to do the right decision at the right time. This summarizes the importance of Mahabharat for anybody who wants to be victorious, and hence rightfully its name is Jai. That is the might of this Grantha, and the summary of this entire Grantha, entire Mahabharat, is in Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. One sentence that Param Puja Gurudev says is, महाभारत का सार श्रीमद् भगवद गीता है, और महाभारत का सार श्रीमद् भगवद गीता है, महाभारत गीता का विस्तार है. They both are interrelated like that. It is an expansion. Mahabharata is an expansion of the principles mentioned in Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, and Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā is a summary not only of all the Upanishads, it is also the summary of what? Of all the principles that are therein that we can study from Mahabharata. This is the importance of Mahabharata, and to understand Bhagavad Gita in true sense, to understand it properly, we have to learn it, listen to it in what? In the light of Mahabharata. That is the importance of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. And this chapter begins with a very important character in Mahabharata. We will start with the first shlok. Dhritarashtra uvacha dharma kshetri kurukshetre samaveta yuyutsavaha Mamakav Pandavaschaiva Kimakurvata Sanjaya. Now, when I said this, we start with an important character of Mahabharata. You'll feel why Dhritarashtra should be important. He might be probably the most irresponsible, the most blinded by greed character of Mahabharata, but at the same time, he is very important for us from two perspectives. When we are talking about Mahabharata, there are certain things that we should explore Mahabharata for. Apart from the vast shlokas, it is a grantha of 1 lakh shlokas. What all can we discuss? But there are 5 important things that come from Mahabharata. Gajendra Moksha Stotra, the Vidur Niti, Vishnu Sahasranam, Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, and Yaksha Prashna. These 5 things are referred to as Pancharatna of Mahabharata, the 5 jewels of Mahabharata. Out of these 5 jewels of Mahabharata, 2 we are getting from Dhritarashtra. One is the Vidur Niti, and the second is this Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. For whatever this Dhritarashtra has done, he is the root cause behind the entire clash, entire conflict at Mahabharat. But because of whatever he did, we are getting Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We should be very thankful for that. We should look for positives. Bhagya, what is his character? We will see as much as required for the scope of this Vivechan session. But this is the importance of Dhritarashtra that and Vidurji. He was very distressed when he sent Sanjay for this peace varta, for Shanti varta with the Pandavas, and Shri Krishna said, "No, we are going to have this war at any cost." When all this discussion had happened and Sanjay returned, Dhritarashtra was very, very upset. And on that night, he asked Vidurji, "You tell me something nice. I want to listen to some good words from you." And that is when Vidurji has given a beautiful discourse, and that is referred to as Vidur Niti. One subject you should all try to explore separately. It's a very beautiful thing, a very beautiful compilation of shlokas by Vidurji. And the next is this Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Dhritarashtra, he was a blind person, he could not go to the battlefield, and he is asking Sanjay, "Tell me what is going on." Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetra. This Kurukshetra, where this entire Mahabharata is happening, it is also referred to as Dharma Kshetra. Why? Because it is a Tirtha Kshetra. Many Maharshis, there are many reasons why Kurukshetra was chosen to be the battlefield. One, it is a place where a lot of kings, King Kuru, and many great people have done meditation, they have done their sadhana there, and the entire place has become like a Tirtha Kshetra. And Tirtha Kshetra, it is very pious. So anybody who loses their life there, like if we go to Ganga and God forbid, if somebody loses their life, they are going to get the moksha. That kind of punya comes to Kurukshetra also. So there, if people are not able to get their antim sanskar done, they will still get moksha. That is the might of Kurukshetra. Its geographical location is such that there was enough food and water for everybody, because there are 18 Akshawani Sena. So many warriors, so many soldiers were going to stay there. It was geographically very nice place. It could support it could support the entire army, both the armies. It could be supported by at that place, and that is the might of this place. So Kurukshetra and Samaveta Yuyutsavaha. Samaveta, those who have come there. There are 2 armies who have come there. And Dhritarashtra refers to these 2 armies with 2 adjectives. Mamaka, Pandavas Chaiva. Mamaka, my. Pandavas, other. The Pandus Putra. Now these 2 armies, these 2 basically we are referring them to as armies, but these are 2 sides, 2 different sides of the 2 warring sides. What are these 2 warring sides? That is very beautifully illustrated by 2 shlokas. This is worth knowing. See the beauty of Mahabharata. When we talk about these 2, the Mamaka and Pandavas Chaiva. Mamaka refers to the Kauravas and Pandavas refers to the Pandavas. Here, These are just the two sides. For these two sides, one very beautiful shlok is there are two different shlokas which illustrate how these two armies were. The Kaurav clan, it is depicted as a with a picture of a tree. How is that tree? दुर्योधनो मन्युमयो महाद्रुमः दुर्योधनो मन्युमयो महाद्रुमः स्कन्दः कर्णशकुनिस्तस्य शाखाः दुःशासनः पुष्पफले समृद्धे मूलं राजा धृतराष्ट्रो मनीषी. This shlok, it tells what? Duryodhano manyumayo mahadrumah. This Duryodhan is a big tree. It is a big vriksha. It's a big tree of what? Anger. Manyumayo mahadrumaha. And who is the stem? Who is the main stem of this tree? Karna. Skandha Karna. Shakunistasya Shakha. Shakuni is the branches of this tree. Then Dushasana Punya Phale Samriddhe. The tree is a strong tree. It has flowers and fruits. Who are they? The Kauravas, like Dushasan. They are the phal phool, they are the fruits and flowers flourishing, samriddhi, flourishing, prospering on this tree. Hmm? Moolam Raja, who is the root of this tree? Dhritarashtra Manishi. Dhritarashtra a Manishi. Manishi means somebody who is wise. A Manishi, a completely Ajnani, completely ignorant person. Dhritarashtra is the root of this tree. Such a beautiful picture it is. And why Dhritarashtra is amanishi, ignorant? Now, Shri Krishna himself has told, when he went for the Shanti Varta, he told Dhritarashtra, see, this is not very complicated situation. There are only two people in this world who can control this war. There are only two people who can uh, who can uh, who can completely stop this war. Who are those two people? One is you and one is me. This is the sentence from Shri Krishna. Bhagwan Veda Vyas has also told the same thing to Shri Krishna. What is he saying? That you and Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna says, I will control the Pandavas. You control your sons. You control the Kauravas. Once you do that, this war can be completely stopped. So, but though Dhritarashtra only had to say one thing, that he had to just give orders that this war will not happen. Dhritarashtra had to just tell Duryodhan this should not happen, and the war would have stopped. Then to execute the order of this king Dhritarashtra, who was there? Bhishma Pitama was there to take care of all this. Who could have opposed Bhishma Pitama? He was mighty, he was a great warrior, he could have ensured, but the order had to come from the king. The order never came, and that is why Bhishma Pitama was very, very helpless. So at the root of this tree it's who? Dhritarashtra. And there is the same illustration is for the Pandava clan. There is an illustration of tree. How is this tree of Pandavas? Yudhishthiro dharma mayo mahadrama. Yudhishthiro dharma mayo mahadrama. Skandhorjuno bhimasenosya shakha. Madri sutau pushpaphale samriddhe. Moolam Krishno Brahma cha Brahmanascha. Yudhishthiro Dharmamayo Mahadharma. How is this tree of Yudhishthir? It is a Dharmamaya vriksha. It is full of Dharma. And who is the stem? Arjun is the stem of this tree. And who are the Shakha branches? Bhimasen is the Shakha of this tree. Madri Sutau. Who are the other two? Nakul Sahadev. They are the prosperous, flourishing fruits, flowers of this tree. And Moola, who is at the root? It is Sri Krishna. Krishna, and not just Krishna alone. Brahmascha Brahmanascha. Here the word Brahma is indicative of Vedas. How is the life of Pandavas? They are leading a Vedic lifestyle. They are going by the truth, by what are the principles told in our Vedas. They are thoroughly following those, and that is why at the root it is not only Sri Krishna, it is their Vedic lifestyle, it is their Vedic following, and Brahmanascha. This is very important, and many people are not aware of it. But as a Bharatiya, as I told, as a Sanatani, we should be knowing it. What is it? Hmm? What does he say? Brahmanascha. Yudhishthir was guided by whom? Was guided by the Brahmans at all times. Now, this is a very important thing that many people don't know. After losing the Gita, after losing to Duryodhan, what Yudhishthir had to go to Vanvas for 12 years and 1 year of Ajñatavas. Now, Pandavas were very, very popular in their kingdom. These Pandavas were in their kingdom, they were extremely popular. And when they left, the entire kingdom was very deeply saddened that they have to go for 12 years in the forest. So, the entire kingdom, all citizens started following them. We will go with you. Somehow the others were sent back. But what the Brahmins see now, there are a lot of misconceptions about Brahmins, but see the power of Brahmins in our society, in our nation, and in our nation building. They had taken it on themselves that we have to shape the king of this country. We have to ensure that he remains dharmamay, what these Brahmins told. And not just one or two Brahmins, hundreds of Brahmins followed Yudhishthir and said, hey Yudhishthir, when you go in forest, there is a possibility that you will feel depressed. There is a possibility you might forget what is dharma. There is a possibility that you might go into so much depression that you might not feel like coming back and you will become dharma mood. There could be anything, and sometimes you could just be bored, but that time we will be there to tell you good things. We will be there to tell you about dharma. We will be there to talk about good things, intellectual things, spiritual things, adhyatmic things with you. We will come with you. Yudhishthir, being Yudhishthir, he said, I would really like that, but see, I till now I could, serve you, but now I don't have any money. I will not be able to even provide food for you. So it is a risk. How can I take you? The Brahmin said, we will arrange for our own food. You don't have to worry about it. You are going to stay in forest. In our good times, you have served us a lot. You have taken very good care of us. Now it is our time to return what you have given us. We will stay with you. We will arrange for our own food, but we will stay with you for 12 years. We will return when it is time for your Ajñatavas. Because that time they have to remain, live a completely a life of confinement where nobody should know where they are. That 1 year we will leave you, but for 12 years, all these Brahmins stayed with the Pandavas, guided them throughout, and that is why Moola is what? Brahmanascha. Krishna Brahma cha Brahmanascha. When we are learning Bhagavad Gita, when we are thinking about these principles, we should know these stories. So blindly we cannot say why Krishna took the side of Pandavas. We should know these things about Pandavas, and this will make us understand why the Pandavas were favorite of the gods. Why everything went in favor of the Pandavas. We should know this. So this is a very beautiful illustration of the two armies. And this question, what Dhritarashtra is asking to Sanjay, समवेतायुयुत्स मामकः पांडवाश्चैव किम अकुर्वत Sanjaya. Kim akurvat. What are they doing? Whom is he asking? He is asking to Sanjay. Who is this Sanjay? Sanjay is the one of the most saintly person in Mahabharata. He is also born in which caste? Suta Putra, just like Karna, same caste as Suta. Many people feel that Karna has undergone lot of injustice. That's not the case. Look at Sanjay. Sanjay was Dharmamay. He was following Dharma. What status has Sanjay always received? He is a minister in Dhritarashtra's clan. Only two ministers carried forward from Dhritarashtra. Then when Yudhishthir, after the war, he became king, only two ministers were carried forward. That was Vidurji and Sanjay. So Sanjay was a very, very respected minister in Dhritarashtra's court. So this is how Sanjay has, we all know, he has got the Divya Drishti From whom? From his guru, Bhagwan Veda Vyasji. Dhritarashtra did one good thing. Bhagwan Veda Vyasji, one day before the war, Bhagwan Veda Vyasji visited Dhritarashtra and said, okay, now that the war cannot be stopped, you still have time, but if you don't want to stop, I can give you Divya Drishti, you can see the war. He said, her entire lifetime I have not seen anything. What is the use of seeing the war? You just give this Drishti to Sanjay. He didn't want to see the war, but he still had what? The desire to know what is going on there. So he gave this Divya Drishti to Sanjay, and thanks to Sanjay, because he is of Dharmik Vritti, that he has told this entire conversation to Dhritarashtra, and we also get to see that. So what Sanjay starts telling? Sanjaya Uvacha Drishtva tu Pandavanikam Vidhanduryodanastada Acharyamupasangam Raja Vachanamapravit. Sanjay is like that Doordarshan who has seen a live telecast of all that has happened on the battlefield. And now here what he says, Dhritarashtra, son is Duryodhan. Duryodhan is not actually the king, but he refers to him as king to appease Dhritarashtra. Duryodhan, the Raja Abravit, here the Raja refers to Duryodhan, though he was not a king, but because of his extreme desire to become a king, and because Dhritarashtra wanted to be king, he's at many places addressed like that. So just like Raja Beta, we also say, no, our Beta will not become a king, but with love, because we will say Raja Beta. So this Duryodhan was also the Raja Beta of Dhritarashtra. So the Dhritarashtra says that the Duryodhan, who is Raja in your this Raja Beta Duryodhan, has gone to whom? Acharya. Which Acharya? Dronacharya. He has gone to Dronacharya, and what he says? Pashyaitam Panduputrāṇāṁ Acharya Mahatim Chamu Vyudhan Drupada-putrena Tava Shishyena Dhīmata. Now look at the manners with which Duryodhan talks. Tava Shishyena. What he is telling, how he is instigating the Dronacharya. Pashyaitam Panduputranam. Hey Acharya, look at these Panduputras. Now how this we will see throughout this chapter. What is the difference in the vision that Duryodhan has and Arjun has? We will see what Arjun sees later, but how Duryodhan says, Duryodhan is also knowing that they are the brothers, no, belonging to their own family, cousins, but what he says, Panduputra. These are the manners that Duryodhan has. How well mannered. Pashyaitam Panduputranam. Acharya Mahatin Chamum. Look at this army. Chamum is army. Mahati, look at this great army your own students have created against you. This is the first thing he is doing to instigate Dronacharya. And Vyudhan, this entire Rachana, this entire way in which the army has been arrayed, or the way it has been kept, it is decided by whom at that time? The Senapati of Pandavas was who? Drupadaputra. Drupadputra. Now this is a very interesting thing. Drupad, we will go through the story of Drupad and Dronacharya. This Drupadaputrena Tava Shishyena Dhīmata. That Drupadputra is also your student. So all your students have become your enemies, and they are standing against you. By saying something like this, he is instigating Dronacharya. By calling, now what is the name of this Drupadputra, where what he has written, Vyudhan, what he has said, Vyudhan Drupadaputrena, he could have said Drishtadyumno, no? Because who was this Drupadputra? Simple. He could have said that Drishtadyumna has put all this army. But by calling him Drupadputra, Duryodhan has he has a plan to remind Dronacharya of the entire history that he has with Drupad. Drupad and Dronacharya were very good friends. They have studied in the same Gurukul. They were very good friends when they both were small. Drupad was, he already knew he is going to be the king. And in that childhood, very nicely, he told Dronacharya, when I become a king, I will take good care of you. You are a very nice Brahmin. I really like you. When I become big as a king, I will give you a lot of wealth, and I will really take good care of you. Dronacharya was a simple Brahmin, a mighty Brahmin though. He said, okay, fine. But obviously, Dronacharya was a Brahmin of a great caliber and he had lot of self-respect. He said, okay, he has promised, but he never took help from Drupad. And when Ashwathama was born, they were all living in lot of poverty. Ashwathama, the poverty was to what extent? When Ashwathama was small, they didn't have milk in the house. So the Dronacharya and his wife would mix the atta flour in water, mix it, it will get white color. That they used to give it to Ashwathama, very poor, and saying, this is milk you drink. Now, one day, this Ashwathama happened to drink milk at a friend's place. He came back and said, you both are giving me this milk. That is not real milk. I tasted milk. It is so tasty. But what you are giving me is definitely not milk. Dronacharya's wife was very saddened by this, that my son is complaining about this. And she requested Dronacharya, see, you always tell me about your friend King Drupad. He and you were good friends in childhood. He used to say such things to you in childhood. Can we not just meet him once and try to, ask him, if not lot of wealth, at least one cow he can give. Godan to kar sakte hain because we are Brahmins. He can give us one or few cows, at least one cow, so that we can give milk to Ashwathama. Let us at least do that much. So Dronacharya also felt, okay, let me just try. So Dronacharya, along with Ashwathama and his wife, with child and wife, went to Drupad. By that time, Drupad had become a very mighty king. The moment Dronacharya entered this court, now Dronacharya had memories of childhood. So with lot of love, he said, oh, my great friend, my friend Drupad. The moment he said, my friend Drupad, Drupad got angry. I am the king and he's calling me a friend. That time Dronacharya was dressed like a poor Brahmin. And Drupad, in his ego of being a very powerful king, he said all things which he should not have said to a mighty Brahmin. He insulted Dronacharya in front of the wife and his son. Dronacharya felt very bad. And he completely said, that was my Bal Buddhi that I said these things to you. That was that was in my childhood. Who remembers these promises of childhood when they become big? Now I am a mighty king and you poor Brahmin, you are coming and calling me your friend. कोई बराबरी है अपनी? This is the kind of statement we hear nowadays. No, you are by no means you can be my friend. Dronacharya felt very bad and he said, anyways, if you want, I will give away something to you. Dronacharya was a person with high self-respect. He said, I don't want anything, but remember, Drupad, my students will one day defeat you. They will kill all your ego. And when Dronacharya became a very prominent guru of that time. All the princes used to go to him to study. And then we all should know, when Pandavas and Kauravas completed their education, they have to give some Guru Dakshina to Dronacharya. What did Dronacharya ask as Guru Dakshina? He said, anybody who can give me, go and win the half of the kingdom of Drupad, that will be my Guru Dakshina. Go and win that half kingdom. Duryodhan was always a very utsahi person, very, very full of enthusiasm. Immediately all the Kauravas, all 100 of them went and fought with Drupad and came back. They all were imprisoned, they all came back and all lost. Then the Pandavas, the Dronacharya looked at the Pandavas. Arjun said, we all 5 of us do not need to go. You don't worry. Just me and Bhim Bhaiya are enough to take care of Drupad. 2 of them went, defeated Drupad. But at the same time, Arjun was also very respectful towards Drupad. They took away his half of the kingdom and offered it to Dronacharya. King Drupad was he felt humiliated by this defeat, and then he did a yajna, a special kind of yajna he did to just ask for a son who could kill Dronacharya. So, and that son who was born from that yajna is who? Drishtadyumna. So, this Drishtadyumna was blessed. He was born to kill Dronacharya. But when he was growing up, Drishtadyumna requested Drupad, and Drupad also wanted best education for whom? For, for his own son. And what Drupad said, the best teacher would be Dronacharya. Now look at the greatness of Dronacharya. He knows that this Drishtadyumna is born to kill me. He knows that he is going to be the reason for my death. In spite of knowing this, he also saw that he is a worthy student. He did not hesitate to give him knowledge. Whatever valor, whatever vidya, whatever knowledge this Drishtadyumna has got is because of Dronacharya. But he did not hesitate. He was not miserly by in giving any knowledge to Drishtadyumna. And just to remind this entire history to Dronacharya, instigate him, Duryodhan says, Drupada Putrena. This entire view Rachna is done by whom? This Drupada Putra, who has come to kill you. And further he starts describing the army of the Pandavas. What does he say? Atra shura maheshwasa bhimarjanai samayudhi yuyudhano viratascha drupatascha maharathah. Atra shura maheshwasa. All these people, they are mighty warriors. The mighty warriors these people are. And how? The first name that Duryodhan will take is Bhima. Bhima Arjuna Samayudhi. The mighty warriors, the great warriors, brave warriors like whom? Bhim and Arjun. This Bhim was a very great warrior. We all know Bhim from childhood. He has displayed this characteristics. We all know that he is born by the blessings of Vayudev to Kunti Mata. So he already, because he is Vayuputra, just like Hanumanji, he is born with lot of strength. When he was just 10 days old, he had fallen down from the hands of Kunti Mata. He fell on a stone. When he fell on the stone, that stone got completely crushed. That stone got crushed and powdered. That was the strength that this baby was born with. Bhimasen was his name, and he was very mighty. He was very, very powerful right from the childhood. When he was born, there was Akashvani that he is going to be one of the strongest in this era. And he was so strong, and from childhood, because he displayed these characteristics, Duryodhan and all the Kauravas from a very young age saw that isme koi baat hai, he is very, very strong. If we have to defeat the Pandavas at some point of time, we have to get rid of him. And the Kauravas made a strategy to kill Bhimasen. But he emerged much more stronger after that. Entire plan that had happened, they had poisoned him and thrown him. But by the blessings of Nagadevata, we will not go into that story. But he was blessed, and he came back much more stronger from that incident. After that incident, and Bhim was one of the strongest in the clan of the Pandavas. And Arjun, we all know Arjun is Indraputra, and he is one person. If we want to follow the path of any one person whom we should want, किसके जैसा बनना है, whom do we want to become like, we have to become like Arjun. Arjun is not only the greatest warrior, he is the greatest devotee, he is the best son. Throughout Mahabharata, you will not see one instance of this behavior from this Arjun. People compare Karan and Arjun, but you will see Karan has misbehaved, has come up with very nasty plans against the Kauravas, but Arjun has never strategized anything against the Pandavas, against the Kauravas. Never he has done anything bad to instigate Karna. Karna was full of dvesh, full of jealousy towards Arjun for absolutely no reasons, but Arjun never retaliated. He has, wherever it was required to defeat Karna, he did, but he has never uttered bad words towards his enemy. He was so graceful. He was such a dharmic person, and he was such a great devotee that ultimately Krishna fell in love with Arjun. That is the might of Arjun. See, we all know of instances when the devotee falls in love with Shri Krishna. But Shri Krishna falling in love with Arjun is another level. In this Bhagavad Gita, so many places you will see Shri Krishna saying, "You are my most favorite bhaktosi me sakha cheti. You are my most favorite devotee. You are my friend." And when we all know this about this forest Dahan, so many stories come to my mind. And this Indra Dev, Agni Deva asked this Arjun and Krishna, "What is it that you want?" Arjun is a Kshatriya. What he asked for, he wanted. He said, "Give me the greatest weapons and a great chariot." So Agnidev and Indradev gave him the Gandiyu. And the Shankha that he had, that was gifted to him. The chariot was gifted to him. All these things he got as a blessing from Indradev and Agnidev. What did Sri Krishna? Because in that at that time, Sri Krishna was in Manush Roop, means as a human being. He was in that form. So obviously, Agnidev asked, "You also tell what you want. What blessing can I give you?" So what does Sri Krishna want? There is nothing that Sri Krishna can have. But what has he asked for? He said, "My love, the love between me and Arjun should remain intact. Just give me this one blessing," he has asked Agnidev for this one boon. Imagine how mighty this Arjun should be. When we are talking of Mahabharata, then Swamiji says that learn Bhagavad Gita in the light of Mahabharata. This is what he wants us to understand. What is it in Arjun that has made Sri Krishna open the gates of his heart towards Arjun and give all these secrets out? What is it in Arjun? When we say in the light of Mahabharata, try to understand Arjun, try to be like Arjun, and Gita ji will open its doors for us. This is the might of Arjun. We can go on and on about it, but we'll continue with the list of the Yodhas, list of the warriors that Duryodhan says. Bhima, Arjuna, Samayudhi, then Yuyudhan. Who is this Yuyudhan? Yuyudhan is Satyaki. Satyaki is the student of whom? Arjun. He, because his original name was, I forgot, his original name is Satyaki, and because of the valor that he has displayed in all the wars, he is called as Yuyudhan. So, among the 7 people from the Pandava clan who were alive after this war got over, one of them is this Yuyudhan. He was a student of Arjun. He has learnt all the Dhanur Vidya from whom? From Arjun. Virat. This Virat king, King Virat was the one who under whom the Pandavas, they had to live 1 year of Ajñatvas, where they should not be identified by anybody. That 1 year they have spent in the kingdom of King Virat. And he had 3 sons. So Virat king, along with his 3 sons, were Shweta, Shankha, and Uttar. These 3 sons and Virat himself, they all together fought alongside the Pandavas in this war. We should also know that Uttara was the daughter of whom? This King Virat. King Virat's daughter Uttara was married to Abhimanyu. She was a very nice lady whom Arjun had taught dance during his 1 year of Ajñatvas. And another aspect of character of Arjun. See, when Arjun, when King Virat came to know that this Brihanlala is actually Arjun, he was very happy. He said, "How I cannot get a better, husband for my daughter." So he requested Arjun that you marry Uttara. Now look at the great character of this Arjun. He said, "See, I have always looked at her as my daughter. I have taught her. We have a relationship of Guru Shishya. I cannot disobey, I cannot disrespect that relationship. But she is really a very nice girl. Instead of marrying her to me, marry her off to Abhimanyu, my son Abhimanyu. She will make a good daughter-in-law. That way we will not lose the purity of our relationship also. And I will get her as a daughter-in-law." Such a pure thought process he had. So Uttara was married to Abhimanyu. She is the daughter of King Virat. And Drupad, we have already seen the history of Drupad. Drupad is father of Draupadi. He is the king of Panchal and also the father of Drishtadyumna. Further, what Duryodhan mentions, Drishtaketashtekitanah Kashirajascha Viryavan Purajatkunti Bhojascha Shaibhyascha Narapangavaha. Drishtaketu, this Drishtaketu, very interesting character. He is the son of Shishupal. If you have heard the story of Shri Krishna, Shishupal has really troubled Shri Krishna a lot. and Shishupal had to be killed by Sri Krishna. But his son, Drishtaketu, was a very virtuous person. He was a sattvic person by nature. Drishtaketu also had a sister, Karenumati, I think her name was. The sister, she was married to Nakul, the younger Pandav, younger son, younger brother of Arjun. So the Drishtaketu is also the brother-in-law of Nakul is the brother-in-law of Drishtaketu, and Drishtaketu is brother-in-law of Nakul, and he is also the son of Shishupal. He was on the side of the Pandavas. He was also on the side of Pandavas. He was a great devotee of Shri Krishna. Then Chekitanak, he is also from the Vrishni dynasty, and he also was a very extraordinary warrior, and but later he was slain by Duryodhan. Then Kashiraj, he was the king of Kashi, and he was a king of Kashi, an independent party in this war. He loved Yudhishthir a lot. He favored Yudhishthir for his dharmanishta. He was loved by Yudhishthir, and he has also attended the wedding of Abhimanyu in Upaplavya Nagari. There he went with Varnakshamani Sena to protect the Pandavas. So he was a friend of Yudhishthir from the beginning. Hmm. Purujit Kunti Bhojasya. These two are brothers of Kunti. So Purujit and Kunti Bhoj. Both are brothers of Kunti, so they are mamas, maternal uncles of the Pandavas. Obviously, they were on the side of Pandavas. They were extremely brave and brave warriors. Shaibhyascha Narapungavaha. Shaibhya is the king, and he is being referred as what? Shaibhya, he is being referred to as um, the Narapungavaha. The word Narapungavaha means best amongst the men. So all these warriors are the best, and Shaibhya was a king with great valor. Yudhamanyuscha Vikranta. Yudhamanyuscha Vikranta Uttamaujaascha Viryavan. These Yudhamanyu and Uttamauja, both of them are great Maharathi from the Pandava clans. What was their job in Mahabharat war? Their job was to protect Arjun's chariot. Nobody should be attacking the chariot of Arjun. So they have shown great valor in this war. They have protected the chariot of Arjun from both sides, and they have killed, to protect the chariot. They have killed Karna's brother Chitrasen. He was killed by these two. Then Karna's son Sushena, he was also killed by these two. So they were great warriors. They had the duty of protecting the chariot of Arjun. But they were unfortunately killed by whom? Ashwathama. We all know Ashwathama entered the camp of Pandavas at one night, and in a very cowardly act, he has killed the warriors when they were sleeping. Amongst the many warriors that he killed when they were sleeping, this Yudhamanyu and Uttamauja were two people who were killed by Ashwathama. Then Shaibhya, I forgot to mention, he was the father-in-law of Yudhishthir. Father-in-law of Yudhishthir, Shaibhya's daughter was married off to Yudhishthir. Then in this Yudhamanyuscha Vikranta Uttamaujaascha Viryavan Saubhadro Draupadeyascha. Who is Saubhadra? Saubhadra is Abhimanyu. We all Subhadra's son. So Subhadra's son Abhimanyu was killed. We all know that he was also killed. He was a warrior of. He was a. Now with Abhimanyu, there are so many things that are coming to mind. But Abhimanyu was one great warrior. He was the most favorite. We all know that he was the favorite of not only Arjun, of all the Pandavas, and especially Shri Krishna. There are different types of sanskar which happen on a child when the child is born. Many of the sanskar on Abhimanyu were done by Shri Krishna, and he was such a great this thing. When he entered the Chakravyuh, we all know that he was killed at the end by adharma. In a very he was killed by cheating. But in this Chakravyuh, he has killed so many great Maharathis. he has single-handedly defeated everybody, including Karna, including Duryodhan, Shakuni, everybody he has managed to defeat in this Chakravyuh. He has killed more than 21 names. I will not read out the list now, but so many people he has managed to slay and defeat all of them. But ultimately, the Kauravas cheated. They followed the Adharma, and all the warriors together uh, killed Abhimanyu. And people who glorify Karna should know when Abhimanyu was dying, his last few breaths, when he wanted water, this Karna didn't offer water to that fellow. So anybody who glorifies Karna should also know these small things about the Mahabharata. So the Saubhadra, Draupadeyascha, the five sons of Draupadi, they were killed by Ashwathama. Sarva eva Maharathaha. We don't hear much about the sons of Draupadi, but all five of them were extremely brave. They were extremely valorous. In first few days of the war itself, they had shown such great talent that the Dronacharya was also very impressed with the skills that all these young Pandavas, Abhimanyu and Draupadi's children, what war skills they had seen, even Dronacharya has been always appreciating. And after telling this long list of warriors from the side of Pandavas, or Duryodhan probably felt, Hari, I'm only praising them. No, no, we also have lot of them. Asmakam tu vishishtaye tani bodhatvijottama nayaka mama sainyasya sainshnyatantan bravimite. What he says that a lot of people on our side also, but what he says, Tani bodha dujotama nayaka mama sainyasya, in my king, not in our sainya, mama sainya. Now he's saying in my army also. So what is this showing? He is treating Dronacharya as what? As an employee very clearly, that it is my Sena and you are my employee. This emotion is so predominantly present in the shlokas that we see said by Duryodhan. Whom he has mentioned, Bhavan Bhishmascha Karnascha Kripascha Samitenjayah Ashwathama Vikarnascha Saumadattistathaiva cha. Bhavan, you yourself, Dronacharya was a great warrior. Bhishma Pitama, no, there is enough said in Mahabharata about how he has fought different wars. Bhishma was a dharmic person, sattvic person, but he was binded by his promise. After Sri Ramachandra, somebody who has uh, completely, given up the kingdom and followed the entire life they have followed just to keep up the promises given to their father. After Sri Ramachandra, somebody's name we hear is Bhishma Pitama. Bhishma. Then Karna. Karna was valorous. He was Surya Putra, but in spite of all this, the problem was he always took the side of Adharma. And what Duryodhan has also done for this Karna, he has obliged Karna with so many things, done so many favors for Karna, that Karna was under the pressure of all the obligations that he has taken from Duryodhan. And he and by his niti also, he was extremely jealous of the Pandavas, and obviously very favorite of Duryodhan because of that. Then Kripascha Kripacharya Samitinjayah, the Samitinjayah, all of them, they are all victorious in the war. Ashwathama, son of Dronacharya, extremely valorous. Vikarna, the brother of Duryodhan. Vikarna Saumadattis Tathaiva cha. Saumadatti is Purishrava Tathaiva cha. All of them are on our side. And not only this, apart from that also there are many. What he says, Anye cha bahava shura madarte takta jivitaha nana shastra praharana sarve yuddha visharadaha. Not only these, there are many more who are ready for what? Madarte takta jivitaha. They are ready to give up their lives for me. And they are nana shastra praharanas. They are armed with various weapons. They are armed with best weapons, and they are very skilled at operating all these weapons. Sarve Yuddha Visharadaha. They are skilled, they are equipped with different mighty weapons, and they are also skilled at the battle. But at the same time, aparyaptam tadasmakam balam bhishmabhirakshitam paryaptam tvidame balam bhimabhirakshitam. This entire army might be, it is this entire army that you see in front of you, it is insufficient. They are very, very powerless in front of whom? In front of Bhishma Pitama. There are two ways of interpreting this slok. In both the ways, the interpretations are fine. The Balam Bhishma Bhirakshitam. This army easily we can defeat because we are under the protection of Bhishma Pitama. And for us, Paryaptam Tudame Tesham, our strength is enough to easily defeat the army which is protected by whom? Bhima Bhirakshitam, which is protected by Bhimsen. Easily, this army of ours defended by Bhishma, yeah, we can easily defeat them. Somewhere there is this element of fear, this element of overconfidence. All these are having, he's having a mixed emotion. Sometimes feeling insufficiency, sometimes feeling sufficiency, sometimes trying to defend what all who all he has. After all this also he says, I have divided this army ayaneshu अयनेषु च सर्वेषु यथा भागमवस्थिताः भीष्ममेवाभिरक्षन्तु भवन्तः सर्व एव हि. To ensure that we win this battle, what is that one thing we have to do? Ayaneshu, this army has to be divided. Sarveshu, what we have to do? Yatha bhagamavastita, how we have to divide this entire army, station them such that Bhishma Pitama is protected. As long as Bhishma Pitama is protected, Bhavantas Sarvaivavi, you and everybody else should protect Bhishma Pitama. As long as he is protected, nobody can defeat our army. Now, after saying all this, Dronacharya is not responding at all because Dronacharya has immense love for the Pandavas. He knows what is going on is wrong. He is also just like Bhishma Pitama, is binded to that throne of Hastinapur. So he is not responding. Also, the tone of Duryodhana is not something that calls for a response from a mighty teacher. So he is not responding at all, and probably there is a element of sadness on Duryodhana's face, and for to uplift his mood. Who the eldest in the family, Bhishma Pitama, what does he do? Tasya sainjanayan harsham kuru vritha pitamaha सिंहनादौ विनद्योच्चैः शङ्खं दध्मौ प्रतापवान्. Just to make him feel good, just to cause some happiness in his heart, to uplift the mood of Duryodhan, Kuru Vriddha, the eldest among the Kuru dynasty in the Kuru family, Bhishma Pitama, what he does, he is he does a shankhanad. Loudly he's blowing his conch, blowing his shankha to make him feel happy. Simhanadam Vinadyochaish. Like a lion's roar, that sound is. Loudly he is doing what? Shankhanad. Shankhan Dadmau Pratapavan. The glorious, the mighty Shankha, the mighty conch he is blowing just to make Duryodhan uplifted. And the moment this Bhishma Pitama is the eldest in the family, he is respectable to both the Kauravas and the Pandavas. Once he blows the conch, what happens? Everybody else is feeling very happy. Now that the battle will start, they all start having that enthusiasm going for the battle. The moment they all hear his Shankha, what do the others start doing? Tata Shankascha Bheryascha Panavanaka Gomukhaha Sahasaivaabhyahanyanta Sashabdastumulo Bhavat. Tata Shankascha Bheryascha. All the drums, all the conches, everybody started blowing their conches. Panavanaka Gomukha, these Panava Anaka Gomukha, these are different types of horns, drums, different cow horns, all these different musical instruments basically they are, which are in the battlefield to uplift and encourage all the warriors. These are blown loudly. Suddenly, sahasa eva. Loudly, these are all blown so that, and they start making a tremendously loud sound they start making. All the people, all the soldiers are making all these sound. Tatashvetairhayairukte. This starts happening on the side of what? On the side of the Kauravas. And as the Kauravas have blown the counts, as Bhishmacharya has given an indication that the war, that we will start the battlefield and everybody has to get ready, increase their enthusiasm. The Pandava clan also starts. ततश्वेतैर्हयैर्युक्ते महते स्यन्दने स्थितौ माधवः पाण्डवश्चैव दिव्यौ शङ्खौ प्रदध्मतुः. As soon as they start, Madhava, that is Shri Krishna, and Pandava. Who is this Pandava here? Arjun. They are seated where? In Shvetair Hayair. Shveta Hayai means horses. Shveta is white. In a chariot, a gracious, magnificent chariot of white horses, these two also start blowing their conches. Pradadmatuhu is blowing, which counts as Divyau Shankha. The previous Shankha, it was not mentioned Divya, but Arjun and Madhav, that is Sri Krishna's conches, are divine conches. They are divine Shankha. What is divine about them? That we will see in the next shloka. With this, I offer this entire discussion at the lotus feet of Param Pujya Gurudev, with whose blessings we are seeing these beautiful shlokas. I am extremely apologetic about the excess time we have taken, but let us all together bow down to Param Pujya Gurudev. Hari Om. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Om Tatsa. Shri Gurave Namah. Thank you so much for the patient listening, and apologies for the extra time, but sorry. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you, Didi. We sincerely thank you for a beautiful presentation of the essence of first Adhyaya. The audio was very clear and not feeble, Didi. Your sweet voice and strong voice made the Vivecham truly touching and meaningful. Thank you very much, Didi. Now we'll move to the question answer session. But before that, I would like to inform again that the new batch with 11 new time slots is starting from 5th September. Encourage your near and dear ones to join, and kindly share the Vivechal link with sadhaks beyond the Gita Pariwar and warmly invite them to join. Now, I request all the sadhaks to, whoever have the doubts, to raise your hands and start your, turn on your cameras so that we can spotlight you. Adarshji, you can unmute yourself, Bhaiya.
Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna. There's a word in the first shloka, Yuyutsava. Can you hear me?
Yes, Bhaiya. Didi, you are not audible, Didi. Now also you are not audible. Now also not audible.
Audible at all?
Now you are audible, Didi, now.
Okay, tell me. Yeah, Adarsh Bhaiya, Jai Shri Krishna, sorry. Tell me.
Jai Shri Krishna. In the first shloka, in the second charan, there is a word called Yuyutsava. What is this exactly?
Yuyutsava means those who are willing to, who are eager to fight. Yuyutsava, जिसके लिए युद्ध ही उत्सव है. Those who are extremely eager to fight. Samaveta Yuyutsavaha, the ones who are eager to fight. Eager to fight, that is the literal meaning of that word, Yuyutsava.
There is one character also called as Yuyutsu.
No, it is Yuyudhana.
Okay.
Yuyutsava, his desire is to fight, and the character is Yuyudhana. Satyaki is referred to as Yuyudhana.
Okay.
Pranam
Thank you.
Bhaiya, Jai Shri Krishna. If there are no further hand raises,
Okay, shall we move towards the closing session, Didi?
Mm.
If anyone have doubts, please. Krishnamurti ji.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna, Didi.
Jai Shri Krishna. Pranam Bhaiya.
Thank you so much for delivering such a wonderful interpretation in such a blissful voice. I just want to know where the mantra you chanted, Narayani Namostute, some Partaya Prati. Where is the shloka available?
You will learn this in level 4. In level 4, you all will be taught as Nyas. Actually, this Nyas, this part is taught as Nyas. This Parthaya Pratipoditam, it is a part of that Nyas. You will be taught in level 4 after learning all the 18 chapters. This will be taught to you.
Okay. Can you give me the shloka number?
It's not a shloka number. You can just go through the Nyas. It is present in, if you refer to the Gita Press book, no? I'll show you. The small Gita Press book also, if you see, in that also you will see this. At the end, the starting of many Gita Press books, you will see this mantra.
Yeah, I have the book with me.
So you see before Gita Mahatmyam, somewhere it is there. It is not. See, at the end of the Hridayadin Nyas, you will find.
Okay, I'll find it.
Yes,
Thank
it
you.
is there.
Okay.
It is everywhere in it is specifically in the Nyas Shlok you will be taught also.
Okay. Thank you, Didi.
Most welcome, Bhaiya. Jai Shri Krishna. I think there are no further hand raises today.
No problem.
One more, Pramod Bhaiya. Pranam Bhaiya. Jai Shri Krishna.
Bhaiya, please unmute yourself.
हाँ, जय श्री कृष्ण दीदी।
जय
जय
श्री
श्री
कृष्ण।
कृष्ण सभी को।
जय श्री
दीदी, धृतराष्ट्र और संजय और दोनों राजभवन में बैठ के ही देख रहे थे और दिव्य शक्ति, हेलो सुन रहे दीदी?
Sorry, yeah, can you please say that again, Bhaiya?
धृतराष्ट्र महाराज और संजय और दोनों को दिव्य दृष्टि देकर ही उनको वो रणरंग का धर्म भूमि का कन्वर्सेशन हो रहा था। ये सभी दे आर कन्वर्सेशन हो रहा है ना? Miss,
I didn't get
actually,
you.
This is a conversation between Dhritarashtra and Sanjay.
It's Dhritarashtra and Sanjay, right?
They are in the Raj Bhavan.
Yes, correct.
Because Sanjay is seeing, because the Krishna has given a Divya Shakti to Sanjaya. Correct, Didi?
Dhritarashtra is in his kingdom, in his palace, and Sanjay is with Dhritarashtra. Sanjay has got the Divya Drishti. So he is witnessing all that from the palace itself.
Okay. Krishna has given a Divya Shakti to Sanjaya.
Krishna has not given. Bhagwan Veda Vyasji has given this Divya Drishti to Sanjay. So basically what happened, Bhagwan Veda Vyasji visited Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra is also, you can say, stepbrother. They were also related, Bhagwan Veda Vyasji and Dhritarashtra. And Bhagwan Veda Vyasji has always been a Hitachintak of the Kuru Vamsha. So he went to the palace and said, Dhritarashtra, you should avoid this war. All your sons you will lose in this war. You are going to lose. He was he had Divya Drishti. He could see past, present, and the future. So he knows the end result of this war. So he came to warn Dhritarashtra, saying, you don't do this. Don't go ahead with this war. But Dhritarashtra, being Dhritarashtra, said, no, Duryodhana is out of my control. Dhritarashtra, Bhagwan Vedavyas, she very clearly said the same thing what Shri Krishna had said. You and Shri Krishna can stop. Shri Krishna will control the Pandavas. You control your son. And Dhritarashtra says, my son is out of my control. Jo hona hai wo hokar rehta hai is the kind of knowledge he gave back to Bhagwan Vedavyas. Bhagwan Vedavyas is a very learned person. He will just do the work of advising. He will not interfere with anything. He said, okay, fine. Then if you want to see what is happening there, I will give you the Divya Drishti. Dhritarashtra says, entire lifetime I have not seen anything. Why should I just see the war? But I would like to know what is going on. So give this Divya Drishti to Sanjay. He knows Sanjay is a very honest fellow. He will tell me honestly what is happening on battlefield. So this Divya Drishti, Bhagwan Vedavyas has given to Sanjay. And Sanjay, he treats Bhagwan Vedavyasi as Guru Deva. And he says this Vyasa Prasad, in the 18th chapter you will see Vyasa Prasada Chritvan. He says, as a prasad of Gurudev Vyasji, I have got this Divya Drishti, and because of prasad of Gurudev, I have got to hear this divine conversation between Arjun and Shri Krishna. So this is the entire story. Yeah.
Ushasri Didi.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna, Didi.
Yeah, Namaste Didi. Thank you so much for the interpretation. I have a question. It's not about the first chapter, but I want to understand the difference between Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Is it both written by Vyasa, and what is the main content in Bhagavatam?
Very nice, Didi. So Bhagavad Gita, as I told you at the starting of this, it is a part of Mahabharata. This Mahabharata, we all know that Mahabharata is a Lok Ved, all that I told at the beginning of this.
Yes.
So Bhagavad Gita is a part of this Mahabharata. Bhagavad is a compilation of all the stories about Shri Krishna. His entire life story, you can say, it is in the Bhagavad Puran. It is the entire story, and what we hear now, this has also been written down by Bhagwan Vedavyasi, and he has told all this to Shukdev Maharaj. And this Katha, Bhagavad Katha, has been done by Shukdev Maharaj also, and he has told about this entire life story. So Bhagavad is basically only about Shri Krishna and his stories about his life and all the other things about Bhagavad. So the purpose of Bhagavad is to put the seed of bhakti within you. Bhagavad Gita is a more action-oriented kind of grantha. So when you look at the order also, what Swamiji says, Ramayana and Mahabharata should be studied at an early age, as early as possible in your life. Bhagavad comes at a later stage where it leads to the bhakti. So Bhagavad is a story or compilation of Shri Krishna's story. It is a different Puran in itself. It's a different grantha. Bhagavad Gita is a part of Mahabharata.
But both are written by Vyasji only,
Yes.
right? Okay. Thank you, Didi. Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you so much.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Didi.
Jai Shri Krishna Didi.
Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Didi. Pranam to you. I believe she is there for the prarthana. Can we take Sanjay Panwar Bhaiya? Pranam.
Yes, Sanjay Bhaiya.
Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Didi, just 2 minutes. We'll finish with the QA session. Ji, Sanjay Bhaiya. Jai Shri Krishna. Pranam.
Jai Shri Krishna. What is Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā? What the Śrīmad means?
Śrīmad means Shri is for anybody respectable. We use the Shri. Śrīmad. Yeah. Śrīmad means it is like God. भगवान को जब रेफर करते हैं तब हम लोग श्रीमद बोलते हैं. So Śrīmad refers to, it is a designation for God. Shri is normal. Śrīmad भगवान के लिए. तो Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā.
One more step ahead.
Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā.
And any difference between Bhagavad Gita and Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā?
No, it is referring to the same.
Or referring to the same.
With extra respect, we are saying Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. When Bhagavad Gita is same. ऐसे तो उसको गीता भी बोल सकते हैं.
हाँ, correct.
Just by saying Bhagavad Gita, it is Gita, Gita Mai, Gita Ai, Gita Ai when we say, Gita Mauli we say, many other things we can say. Gita, if we say, it is just Gita. When we say Bhagavad Gita, it's the same title reminds us of the fact that it has been said by Sri Krishna. When we say Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, we give it more respect, coming directly from the mouth of Sri Krishna. Just our perception increases. All three versions are good. It is not that by calling it Gita, we are making it any inferior or much superior. It is just the same way of, it is different way of addressing the same scripture.
So Bhagavad means Bhagwan and
Bhagavad
Shrimad means
Shrimad means or
Shrimad means respect.
with respect.
Respected Bhagwan.
Respected Bhagwan, and Bhagavad Gita means which is originating the Gita. See, there are many types of Gita. I didn't want to touch that topic, but Gita is basically says it is a song. There are multiple types of Bhagavad Gita. Don't ask me much about details of that. I have very limited knowledge of it. But there are different types of Gita. In that, the one which has been said by Bhagwan himself is Bhagavad Gita. There is Uddhav Gita. There are some other Gitas also. We will not touch that topic. But the song that comes from the Sri Mukha of Sri Bhagwan, that is Bhagavad Gita. So amongst all the Gitas, this is the superior one, because so to distinguish it from other Gitas, it is also referred to as Bhagavad Gita. Okay?
Yes.
It comes from the Sri Mukha of Bhagwan. Jai Shri Krishna Pranam.
One more down, Didi. Vasanti Didi is asking the Vyudhan, meaning of the Vyudhan. In chat, she has raised.
Vyudhan is Vyudha means जो she has asked in Hindi. Vyudha is the different types of जो रचना होती है. व्यूढ़ रचना मतलब जो आर्मी को जिस शेप में दिया है. These are different types of strategies of arranging the army. Vyudha basically it is a strategy in which your army is put so that for a victorious result we get. So basically जो strategy use की है army के लिए, what strategy is applied to the station the army, the positioning of the army, the strategic position of the army is viewed. Okay, Vasanti Didi, I hope that answers the question. Okay. Okay. Adarsh ji is saying 4 to 5 hours. Okay, 4 to 5 hours, nobody will stay that long, but thank you so much for that compliment, Adarsh. Pranam. Jai Shri Krishna to all of you. I think there are no further questions about Didi.
Okay, Didi. Okay. Thank you, Didi. And with the blessings of Yogiraj Shri Krishna and Param Pujya Swami Govind Dev Giriji Maharaj, we have beautifully commenced our journey today. As we approach to the conclusion of today's session, it is the time to bring our minds back to the gratitude and devotion. To offer the closing prayer, let us warmly welcome Srimati N. Jayashree Ji from Guntur, a BSc graduate and a homemaker who has been serving Gita Pariwar since March 2025 and giving Seva as technical assistant and group coordinator. Jai Shri Krishna Didi.
Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna. Yogesham Sachidanandau Vasudeva Vrajapriyam Dharma Samstapakau Virang Krishnau Vande Jagadgurum. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you, Didi. Thank you for your melodious prayer.
Thank you.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधारी बरन रघुबर बिमल जसु जो दायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र ध्वजा विराजय कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजय शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजग वंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सिंहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर सहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीनी बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत ही समभाई सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावै अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावै सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीना तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर पल जानु प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होतन आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज समारो आपै तीनों लोक हाकते कापै भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवै महावीर जब नाम सुनावै नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावै मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावै सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावै सोई अमित जीवन फल पावै चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नो निधि के दाता असबर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावै जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावै अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कटई मिटई सब पीरा जो सुमिरै हनुमत बल बीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई जो यह पढ़ हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय।